I'm Brandon Surtain.
It is a
And
pantheon
you said
of
you play for the team.
Current safety for
It is
LSU
a city
Football.
that rises
Jason
to fire.
Fogarty. I'm a freshman.
Hi,
Alongside
I'm
the
Jessica
following
Smith.
waters.
I'm a history
It is the
education major
humidity
and I'm a
of autumn
junior.
evening.
I'm Darren DeHessa.
Great
I'm
stately
a
oaks and broad
sophomore.
magnolias.
My
It
name's
is haunted.
Brianna Guillory, and I am a
It is
senior.
loud.
My name is Jennifer Tui, and I am a senior.
It's like nothing else. Like I love the experience. It's so much fun going
It
out
is
there with all
Halloween
your
night
friends.
and cannon
And
toss.
everybody just hanging out and having a great
It
time.
is a Louisiana
knowing that you can have a
gumbo
game that day.
humidity.
It's just the best feeling in the world. It sucks that it's over now.
To victory.
A
destroys
lot
the
of drunk
dreams
people.
of the
It's very loud and there's a lot of cooking and usually you can hear
Chance
it
of
before the game
rain
even
is
starts. So there's
never.
lots of music and people playing games.
Tailgating's fun. It's exciting. It's
College football.
different from
Happens
any
here.
other football game
When
that
the
I've been
sun
to.
finds its home. on the western
It's
sky.
enlightening. It is crazy. You
field
can
of
feel
glory,
the passion
for
on the
sure.
campus. It's
But much more than that.
it's
It is a sacred
why people
place.
want to come to LSU for that feeling and that sense of pride to walk around and see thousands of people in purple and gold. It's awesome.
Oh my goodness, I think the experience when you're tailgating at LSU is kind of
It is
undescribable. It is a reason why we are LSU Nation and proud fans. It becomes a family. We all drive down here through all the traffic and set up and get here really early. So it really is an experience that's undescribable.
Yeah, it's loud. It sounds like a jet engine. You can't hear yourself talk. You can't hear yourself think. Just the crowd is just loud. I hear you can hear it from the interstate.
That was definitely the best game I've ever been to. I mean, I'm a freshman, but I went to a couple before I came here, and I've never been to anything like that. It was awesome, rushing the field, and that was the first game that everybody stayed and participated the whole time. So that was incredible.
Okay, well I wasn't actually at it, but I was at my apartment. I live at the Woodlands and I could hear Death Valley clearly from my apartment, without the TV on. So I could hear the chants from my apartment, outside. I could hear everything.
The noise was insane. I could not hear a thing. It was amazing. I've been to Saints games multiple times, and I would say it's nearly just as loud as Saints games.
It was very loud. It was the craziest I think the most excited I've ever gotten in a game since my 4 years here. It was the best game I've ever been to, and it was awesome.
Yes, actually had the privilege and honor of serving on homecoming court this year during the homecoming game. And so being able to serve LSU on that game specifically was incredible. The noise and the fans and everyone staying for the whole game and rushing the field after. It was one of those moments that just you could never ever tell me what that experience can mean. It was just
Well, practice, of course, and then we go to the hotel room, and then before the game we do the walk-in. That's always a big tradition.
I would say definitely know what you're doing before the game, because it's kind of hard to organize stuff like that day. If you and your friends don't know what you want to do before the game for tailgating, then you're probably not going to have a good spot to go anywhere. And you need to know what time you're going to go into the game, because seats fill up really quick, stuff like that.
I like to make sure I drink a lot of water because it's usually really hot on most of the games, so I like to make sure I'm hydrated because I get sunburned. And I always like to make sure that I'm wearing something LSU so I can, rep my school.
Well, first I get my LSU gear, got my jersey, my purple out and everything, and I just look up my friends and go to the game and just chill.
Definitely go to the mall and find a game day outfit, always a priority. Making sure that, I live off campus, so I have to make sure that I find a way to get on campus before traffic starts, because that's always an issue. And make sure my friends are with me.
Prepare, you have to find the right outfit. Purple and gold can be hard to find, especially something cute, and that's comfortable because you're going to be in it for a long time. Then I live on campus, so I just come out around afternoon and tailgate all day, ready for a long night.
Whoever's most prepared, we practice, we work hard. So whoever's deserving that week,
That's who should start. I would say whoever has the game plan down that week, that's who should start.
This season coming up, you need to give each of them the same amount of opportunity. Just because Jennings started most of the season this year, you can't stick with him just because of that. You have to give them both the same opportunity for it. See who's going to play the best, who's going to give your team the best chance to win, and go with that person. Jennings or Harris, whichever one it is, whoever's going to give us the best chance definitely needs to be the one that goes in. Even if it's a change. He usually doesn't do that, but I'd be okay with it.
I like Harris. Just because I feel like he's kind of the underdog. Nobody really roots for him a lot, and I've always rooted for the underdog.
I would say Harris because I think I would just say Harris. See, that's why. I guess, yeah, because he lacks experience. I think he just needs a little bit more play time.
I think that Jennings deserves the first shot because he is older and has been with the team longer, but I feel like if he starts messing up, then it's not like he needs to come out so that we can win the game. I don't think it's okay to just leave someone in who's screwing us over.
So I don't know that much about football. I would trust Les Miles over my own opinion, but I definitely think that our quarterbacks are young. Both of them are, and so I think they need more experience, and who's ever playing best needs to be playing.
It wasn't a lack of discipline. I think it was more of a learning curve. It was that sort of thing because we lost a lot of guys last year. So it was a bigger thing. It was more about the learning curve this year than it was with the experience.
I don't think it's lack of discipline. I think it's just that we have a really young team. Some young guys made some mistakes, but it's expected. We have a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. But I think that in the next coming years, next year, maybe the year after, we're going to have a really good team. We're going to mature a lot, and it's definitely going to show.
I think it was due to our inexperience because we did have a lot of true freshmen this year, especially because a lot of our team got drafted because we are so good. Every year we do have to build up. So I think in a couple of years we will be another winning team again.
It was definitely the inexperience. We had a lot of new players come in all at the same time. I think once they get a couple of games under their belt, they'll acclimate to the environment and perform better next year.
To be honest, I don't know what goes on because some days, some games we're on fire and we're beating Ole Miss, and then other days we're just not performing. So I don't know what it is. They say every year that we're in a rebuilding year, but at what point are we gonna be built up? I don't know. But if I had to pick, I guess I would say lack of discipline. Because I know we have the abilities to be a powerhouse team, but sometimes we just don't show up.
I think it was a little combination of both, but more leaning towards the inexperience of our team. We do have a really young team this year, and we are building, and like I said, we are going to eventually get there, but I think that these players are so young, so I'm really excited for the future. And being a senior, it is bittersweet knowing that this was my last football season as a collegiate.
A lot of our earlier games were out of hand, so they would blow out. So I can see people maybe wanting to get home before the traffic. It's kind of hard getting home with 100,000 people in the stands. So not at all. Don't pay attention to that.
A lot of times, I know I've left at halftime because it's either too hot or too cold. I know during the Auburn game last year, I wanted to leave because I was soaked to the bone. It was miserable. I think a lot of times people just get bored because football games are long. And I think that it gives a negative effect to the players because they see their team, their fans empty, so they're like, oh, I guess they don't really care if we win or lose, so why should we?
Yeah. A lot of people just leave because they just want to go out and get to Tigerland as soon as possible and pregame for Tigerland and everything. Me and some of my friends, we noticed that, get pretty pissed off because it definitely affects the team in the end, but nothing you can really do about it, I guess. If people want to leave, you can't really stop them.
I guess the fans leave during halftime because it's what's the point of being here if we're not going to win? I understand it's not good for the team because it shows you're not supporting them as much, but it's just not good for the spirit when you stay and watch your team lose all the way to the end. So
I think it definitely affects the team. I think people like if we're losing, they definitely are just over it and don't have faith in the team. And I think that shows, like when half the student section is gone, like obviously the players notice. I think that when we're winning, I'm not sure why people leave when winning. I personally don't leave because I like to stay at all the games. But I guess some people like maybe are tired. They've been tailgating since 8 a.m. Like people just, I guess, want to nap or something.
I think the team definitely is affected by it. When the noise level is up, you can tell how pumped they are on the field. The players get into it, they get rowdy, and they're just enjoying the game more. As fans, it is a long day. You're out there probably 12 plus hours, and sitting in that stadium can be really hot or it can be really cold, and so I think it's just a long day on the fans, and so it just takes a toll on them. And as much as they don't like leaving their Tigers games, sometimes it's just on them.
And it is Saturday night.